What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this is my recap review for Insecure Season 4, Episode 1, Low Key Feeling Myself. Now, the ladies for Insecure are back. Issa Rae and company, they got a new season, and it's pretty good so far. Before we get into it, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified of my new videos. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoy it, hit that like, recommend it to others. Let's get into it. Now we see Issa, and it's pretty much saying when they first start off that, it's talking about the block party where we left off in season 3, and then it's showing that she's talking about how she hasn't talked to Marley in a while, her best friend, and still a lot of drama and insecurities going on, what's going on between the two of them and her life and everything, pretty much. And so then it cuts to showing a bunch of stuff going on with the block party, and then it says 4 months before the block party. We see they got a new little drama show going on, a little inside show, her and Molly smoking weed. Instead of hot yoga, they doing high yoga, and it looked like Molly and Issa done got a little booty. They done got a little thicker since we done last saw the ladies, and it's looking good. Anyway, we see that she's still working with Condola, which is the lady that she was working with that helped plan the block party, that actually knew what the hell she was doing, because Issa, it was her idea, but she had no idea what to do or bring it to life. And so she's the one that actually knew what the hell she was doing. They having a great time bonding, bringing it together. We see that Molly is out here with Nappy Chan, still having a little fun, and so she ain't had no, corona situations. This is before all of that. No, I'm just playing, but they kissing, having a good old time, and it looked like things was looking up. Issa got a new boo, and she was dealing with this big fat large and in charge swole half swole ass dude, and he was banging, and she was having too much pressure till he hit it missionary. She like, yeah, that missionary be hitting, don't it? He like, hey, that's what happened when you dealing with a full size negro, so they call him the fridge, you know what I'm saying, pretty much. So she having a good old time getting her swole on. She talking with a girl, they having a great time about planning everything. Next thing you know, we see they pregnant little boo walk in, Tiffany, and so she talking about, see, y'all just getting along, look how my baby brought y'all together. And so she's saying that they met at her baby shower, and it's great how everything getting along. And she like, oh, that's great. And she said, yeah, where you been hiding this girl, this fashionista, my little new boo? And so everybody all lovey-dovey. Now she bring up the flowers, and next thing you know, then Condola talking about, nah, that's from my new boo. We going strong. And so now Issa is like, what are you talking about? And she like, oh yeah, baby shower brought them together too. And then she tried to play it off, saying, is that the one you went on that one date? And I thought nothing was happening, as if she wasn't holding nothing back from Issa. But she was like, yeah, it's still going strong for a month now. And she like, who was it? Was it a loser named Dro? She said, no. His name is Lawrence. And so now she just stunned. And so they try to play it off and everything. But now Issa, throughout the episode a little later, is just imagining what was going on at the baby shower, and how Lawrence and Condola was getting it on, and she riding that monkey in, and he hitting it from the back, and she talking about, yeah, I bet you own all your own clothes, pop them tags. Because earlier Issa was buying clothes and returning clothes, trying to wear clothes for free, basically. And so later we see Lawrence, and he back in the episode. It's good to see him. He one of my favorite characters. He looking at the same little inside show, looking for Latoya. And now we see they got Ray J on there, and Ray J is saying some stuff. It's kind of funny, and it's gonna be interesting to see how this show plays out, a show within a show. That's kind of interesting concept. nevertheless, we see Condola come. He's all smiles, ready for the little date night, Netflix and chill, so to speak. And she's like, the girl I've been planning this event, this is your ex-girl, Issa. He like, what? And that's crazy. And she like, I know, is she crazy? Should I bail on her? Like what? And so, I give it to him. He kept it real. He like, well, no, she depended on you. Don't bail, but they kept it professional, but she ended up leaving. So we see the next day, like she coming to go work out the stuff with Issa, and she was like about Lawrence, they was about to talk about it, but Condola like, don't worry, he ain't coming tonight, because at first he was originally gonna be coming to the function, and so now he ain't coming. And we see Marley with Nappy Chan, and they rolling, and she making plans, and he like, well, I can't do it on Friday, I got plans. She like, oh, what, you got a date? He like, pretty much. She like, oh, okay, you seeing other people? Okay. So she try to play it off, but she salty even though she do the same thing. That's insecurities right there. But anyway, we see the function and the little mixer, so she trying to meet up with different vendors right now to try to convince them to come to her function. And the block party, we see Kelly's just as crazy, talking about old boy right there wanted to pay some money for an indecent proposal. She like, hey, just give me the word, I do it. That's the word right there. She about to finger bang, show do the sign language to the song. She crazy, but straight ready to take one for the team. Anyway, we see Paula Jai Parker, my girl, making an appearance. I love Paula Jai Parker. She always, been a little crush of mine. Anyway, it's good to see her in the episode making an appearance as one of the vendors, and the ladies trying to talk to her, and they all tongue-tied over each other and nervous or whatever, and it's starting to show. And so she like, man, these girls don't know what the hell they doing. So she basically ready to bounce. They trying to get it together and not lose vendors and look embarrassed. And so they decide, let's split up, and you take one side of the room, I'll take the other. And so every time Issa talk to a vendor, each one is looking for something different. And so she's like caught off guard, don't know what to say, saying something different. Meanwhile, her little boo, little thug Thizzle, is actually a TSA agent, and he's sitting there, letting people in. He talking about the party is lit. Brah, brah. He just too crazy. And so anyway, she's there, but she uncomfortable with Nappy Chan right now because she's salty that he's seeing other people. She like it all in her control. And so she telling Issa like, man, he's selling other people, what's up with that? And she like, well, I mean, what? You here, y'all having a good time, what's the problem? You do it, basically. And while she talking, her little ghetto ass tenants is on there talking crazy, got crazy thug booty shaking music on. She got to try to correct it. It's all embarrassing. She trying to be professional, and they got all this craziness going on in the apartments. And so now she's saying, hey, because people was getting ready to leave, trying to save her ass. Man, it wasn't looking right at first, but she just came with the truth. Hey, look, I know I told y'all a bunch of different stuff, but hey, look, what this is this need to be underrepresented, and we need to represent more. It's been underrepresented in this area. I think we could do it. And she saved it. And Paula Jai, she like, hey, look, y'all doing good. I'm gonna give you a chance, and so it looked like things may be on the up and up for him, and she was in a good mood and feeling good. But since Marley is in a bad mood, she gotta bring her down, talking about why your life so messy. It don't need to be this messy, because she talking about how she's still working with Condola. But she like, man, whatever, we working, it ain't that messy. But you know what, she didn't even get into it with her. She just let her say her piece. And meanwhile, Condola and Lawrence, they definitely was getting over whatever was going on between whatever feelings she may have thought she had, because Lawrence was tearing that up, and it was pretty graphic. And it's a pretty graphic episode altogether. And so this last first episode, season 4, Insecure, is pretty good. Started off with a lot of little drama, and then it had sex. And with this type of show, that's all you can ask for. I mean, it's not a action show, and it just gives you an insight on how petty sometimes people can be, or how their insecurities, instead of them dealing with it, they throw it off on somebody else. Just like Molly is insecure dealing with that Nappy Chan is seeing other people, but she sees other people all the time and has no problem with it. But now she feels like, oh, so now she's not a priority, like she puts everybody else as not a priority. So now she's upset. That's all she's thinking about. She can't be there to be thankful and celebrate with her girl on a job well done. Instead, she gotta, piss on her parade, literally, and tell her that her life is messy. Why? Because she's actually have a good working relationship with somebody that they could have something ugly, but instead they making something positive out of it. And instead Molly want to hate on it, and I can understand why. If that was the type of thing she was doing, why Issa probably wasn't incommunicado with her when they episode started. So we'll see what happens. How does a relationship break down? Is it on both sides? At this point, Issa didn't even play into it. She actually has done no wrong in the situation, and Molly is pretty much hating. And so she might even hate on Big Swole, that's been tagging that ass. So we'll see. In the end, I think it was a good start. You all check out my rest of my playlist for other episodes and shows that I've reviewed. Thanks for watching. I want to give a big thanks to everybody that support me at patreon.com. And last but not least, thanks for watching. Peace, and I'm out.